Yeah, absolutely. There's more things to be organized with on a daily basis and to plan out in the future and those kinds of things.
You work with Andy obviously so closely. To see what happened to him on that play and to see what he's done since then has to be pretty encouraging. He got after it this offseason.
Tell me what, oh, the injury?
Yeah, and just to see the frustration and what could have been to him making his way back.
Well, yeah, he's fought back. He's done a nice job this spring. He, the thing heals on its own. It wasn't a matter like an ACL where you have to go to rehab and those kinds of things. It kind of handles it on its own. But as soon as he was ready to get back, is back to his normal schedule of working out, and it was fun to have him in the springtime.
You didn't plan him for it to get injured, but it gave A.J. McCarron a chance to prove what he can do. Does that give you more confidence knowing that, geez, if this guy does go down for a little bit, we have him?
We knew that beforehand.
You did, okay.
But we didn't have the evidence on tape, but we already knew he could play. That's why we drafted him. And it was nice to see him do the things that we asked of him, that we needed to do to win games. And there's more there. I think you look back, you think, God, AJ, I love what you did. Now let's do it better. If there's an opportunity to do it again, we're going to do this better and different.
Is there any way to characterize how you're different than Hugh Jackson as far as running an offense?
We're very similar. I helped him put this together. We were very close in coaching Andy Dalton. There'll be some things that we've done here that we really like to do and we'll continue to do because we're good at them. Our players know it. Our staff knows it, and we think they're things that are effective against the teams that we play.
Tyler Eifert, obviously a huge part of this offense. Take him a while to get back. You curious, anxious to see how the guys step up, given that opportunity to fill in for a while?
Absolutely. The door swings wide open for a couple of guys, just like it did for AJ, and we'll see where they want to take it. I have a really good idea what's going to happen, and I can't wait to see it.
Does it show you something when a guy is given an opportunity to say whether he's tentative or whether he's aggressive in his approach in wanting that opportunity?
Well, if they're not aggressive, he's probably not the right guy to begin with. And all these guys have really stepped in the spring to fill those shoes of Tyler. And now we'll have a chance to see him with pads on do it. So here's the next step of it.
What about the guys that have to fill in for Mo and Marvin Jones? These guys have opportunities too. There's a bunch of them, aren't there?
Oh, there's tons of them. And they all bring unique skill sets different than what we've had. So as soon as we can work out, okay, what are those skill sets, we can move the offense in their direction, take advantage of what they have, which will be different than what we've had with Marvin and Mo.
Gio Bernard, is there a way to use him? You'd love to get the ball in his hand, don't you?
Sure.
Or do you try to figure out that and say, how can we do that on a more frequent basis?
All the time. He's one of our best players. He needs to get the ball in his hands for us to win games. So he is at the forefront of every game plan on how to do that. We have a lot of ways to do it right now. We'll continue to do those, and we'll find some more.
Cedric Ogbuehi, he obviously tough year last year coming back from that injury. You have to be excited about what his potential is going to be this year.
We like Cedric a lot. We'd like to see him on the field. We really haven't seen that yet. We're very happy with him in what we've seen. An old coach of mine told me potential means you haven't done bleep yet, and that's where he's at. He knows it, and he can't wait to show everybody how good he is. And he's healthy, and he's here, and now we'll get a chance with pads on to see really what we have. And we had a chance last year to see him a little bit, but now it's in a different role with more on him as a starting type player. So I can't wait to see it.
And the fact that he had to sit out last year and see how to become a pro and see how the other guys in that O-line went about their job, that could be beneficial.
It's always a good room when you have veterans like Andrew Whitworth to learn from. And those two young guys we brought in last year and the ones this year, they really have examples to look at and see how to do it. And it's our job to get their eyes open to that. Everybody that comes in here is an All-American, they're all this and that. They haven't had to be the understudy. And so there's transition for those guys. And if they are able to do that, they can really get better in a hurry because these older guys have already found out what the potholes are and been able to get through all those things. And if they use those examples, they'll get better in a hurry.
I guess you're seeing receivers, it used to be a position that was pretty tough to transition to from college to NFL. I guess more spread stuff, you're seeing guys a little more ready to catch balls at this level. With that said, how much do you force feed Tyler Boyd, I guess, in this training camp?
Well, he's got to earn a spot first. It's great being picked where you pick, but you're still the same spot as somebody else. So we're going to get him in position to catch balls, and it's up to him to, prove that he's worthy of being that guy on game day. You always expect things out of there's expectations that go on to how you got here, meaning the draft or free agency, and there's expectations on him. But what I found out over time is the expectations that we have for players always come in lower than their expectations for themselves. So in that way, I think we're going to see the best of him early, and it's a process for all guys. The thing that's different for those young guys, the route technique is so important, and it's not always something that they can do with a 20-hour rule in college. So there's a technical side of this that jumps way up because the margin for error is less, and the difference is in the technique. And so in that regard, we really have to work with those young guys to make sure they're able to compete at a high level early.